How I went from being the shy guy who couldn't even look a girl in the eye to having so many dating options, I had to start turning girls away. And I did that without getting rich, without having the perfect body, and without following some cringy pickup artist bullshit. If you're tired of always watching other guys get the girls that you want while you sit on the sidelines, this is going to change everything for you. So let me keep it real with you. I used to be that guy that would get bullied relentlessly at school because I was too scared to stand up for myself and create conflict. Even in high school and university, I was the guy that was in the corner of the party, paralyzed with fear at the thought of talking to girls. Every time that I even tried to approach a girl, I would start panicking and start sweating uncontrollably. And after years and years of this happening repeatedly, I genuinely became depressed. So I asked the few friends that I had at the time, what are you doing that I'm not? Why are you finding this so easy when it's so hard for me? And I kept getting the same generic answer from everyone I asked. Just be yourself. Just put yourself out there. But this advice that I repeatedly got actually had a negative effect on me, because if I'm already being myself and I can't get girls and girls don't want me, there must be something fundamentally wrong with myself. I vividly remember lying in bed one night, tears rolling down my face, and I was asking myself, why is this so hard for me? Why am I living this kind of life? Why is it only me that seems to struggle with this? I had nobody around me in a similar situation. I had no girls that wanted anything to do with me, and I had no hope of improving my dating life. I thought that there was something fundamentally wrong with me that could not be changed. I was skinny fat, I was awkward, I smoked way too much weed, which only made my social anxiety worse. I'd see a beautiful girl walk by and my mind would just freeze. No words coming out of my mouth. But eventually it got so bad that the pain of regret and disappointment outweighed the fear of rejection itself. And that's when something clicked in my brain. So I asked the most charismatic guy I knew what he would do in my situation. And he said talking to women would be less painful than continuing to live like how I was living. So I started approaching women on the street, at the gym, wherever I could find them. And holy shit was I terrible. I stuttered, my hands were shaking, I got brutally rejected more times than I could count. But something weird happened. The more I got rejected, the less it actually hurt. I realized that rejection wasn't going to kill me. So I successfully started pulling average looking girls, and then I worked my way up to slightly better looking girls. And with enough time, I started pulling 8s, 9s, 10s. Fast forward a bit, and I built a rotation of 7 stunning women. And my friends couldn't even believe that I was the same person. The shy, insecure kid that I used to be was dead, and in his place was a confident man that could approach a girl anywhere and make it happen. I went from crying myself to sleep to having girls cook for me, chase me, and text me at 3 a.m. wanting to come over. But I did it all without changing who I fundamentally was. No fake alpha male bullshit, just real, authentic confidence. So listen, this video is for you if you're sick of feeling invisible around women. You know the feeling. You walk into a room and it's like you don't even exist. Women will talk to your friends, but then they barely acknowledge you. You stand there trying to think of something to say, but then your mind goes completely blank. You feel like a ghost just watching life happen, but never actively participating. This video is for you if you're sick of living in your head without actually taking action. You see a girl that you like and you immediately start overthinking. What if she rejects me? What if people laugh? What if I stutter? So then you justify your inaction and start making excuses. She probably has a boyfriend. She's too hot for me. Now isn't a good time. And then you walk away only to beat yourself up about it later. This video is for you if you're sick of feeling like you need to be someone else. You've probably heard that you need to get jacked, make 7 figures, and act like some douchebag alpha male to get girls. You've probably tried forcing yourself to act like someone you're not, and it doesn't even feel right. And this video is also for you if you're sick of wasting money on dating apps that don't work. You've spent hundreds on Tinder Plus, Bumble Premium, all that bullshit. And what do you have to show for it? This video is for you if you want effortless confidence with any woman. Imagine walking up to the hottest girl in the room without your heart racing or your mind going blank. Picture yourself making strong eye contact with her, speaking clearly, and making her laugh without even trying. That is what real confidence feels like. This video is for you if you want an abundance of high quality options. Think about waking up to multiple texts from beautiful women who are actually excited to see you. Imagine having to choose which date you're gonna go on this weekend instead of praying for someone or anyone to say yes. This video is for you if you want freedom from rejection and anxiety. Do you remember that last time you got rejected and felt like garbage for the week after? Imagine being completely unfazed with rejection because you know it means nothing about you. That kind of freedom is life-changing and it affects everything, not just your dating life. And this video is for you if you want a relationship with someone who truly wants you. For many guys, the end goal isn't sleeping around with a ton of women, it's finding that one special person that truly values you. Imagine having a girlfriend that respects you, desires you, and knows that you could have other options, but you choose to be with her. But here's why you've been failing this whole time. If you've tried to improve your dating life before, but keep ending up alone and frustrated, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're doing it completely wrong. Stop thinking that looks or money is the answer. It's not your height, it's not your face, it's not your bank account. I was a skinny, dumb college kid when I started pulling beautiful women regularly. I understand how you feel, and you're probably caught in this never-ending cycle. You think you need to get better looking or make more money. You spend years in the gym, or you're grinding for a promotion, but then your dating life still doesn't improve. And then you think, I just need to get even better looking, or I need to make even more money. And then you rinse and repeat, still not getting results until you die alone. And then you wonder why you're single. All these dating coaches and these alpha male YouTubers keep feeding you the same garbage advice. Just focus on yourself, bro. Women will come when you're not looking. You need to be a high value man first, bro. And that feel good bullshit gets you nowhere, because that's not how real attraction is created. Why keep believing this when you can just learn from someone who's already figured it out? I'm literally pulling beautiful women right now, not in some hypothetical future when I'm high value enough. Here's why this process works while others don't. It focuses on taking action and not just theory. Most dating advice is just theory with no actionable plan. Oh, just be confident. Great, how the fuck do we do that? This process is 90% action and 10% mindset. We don't just tell you what to do, we show you how to do it, step by step with daily action items, building your skills systematically. And this process is for normal guys. You don't need to be some kind of Chad or a model. This is not some system that only works if you're good looking or if you're rich. I specifically designed this for regular dudes who feel invisible to women. And it works because it doesn't rely on external factors like looks or money. It's all about developing genuine social skills and authentic confidence. This process treats dating like a skill, not like a lottery. Most guys approach dating like it's the lottery, just hoping to get lucky. But this process treats dating like what it actually is, a learnable skill. Just like how you weren't born knowing how to swim or how to drive, you weren't born knowing how to attract women. And this process creates permanent change, not temporary fixes. This isn't about memorizing pickup lines or using tricks that work once and then just fail. This process rewires how you think about yourself and women on a fundamental level. And that's why my students never relapse into their old selves. That change that they make becomes a part of who they are. Before we get into the 4-step process that changed everything, understand that this is the same 4-step process that these gentlemen took. Leo was a shy guy who was super unconfident in himself, and he could not approach women for the life of him. He thought that he had to improve his looks or get rich to attract the woman he truly wanted. He had wanted a girlfriend for years, but had no idea how to get one. He didn't know how to talk to girls or what he should actually say to them. By following our habituation plan and learning the secret to approaching women, Leo was able to get a girlfriend within 6 weeks of us working together. We destroyed his limiting beliefs, taught him the truth about dating and what women are truly looking for in a man. A couple weeks in, his whole demeanor changed. He started approaching women with confidence. He approached enough of the right girls within 6 weeks to find one girl that he had a really strong connection with. She was instantly attracted to him and how he carried himself. We did 2 weeks of screening this girl using our screening strategies, and we determined that she was definitely a high-quality woman. He got to his goal in just 6 weeks of coaching. Leo is now more confident than ever, able to approach and talk to any girl that he wants, and he's in a happy relationship with a high-quality woman. Now, Carl was an extremely unconfident guy. He was unable to even look a woman in the eyes. Carl was insecure because he's 5'5", 100 pounds, and he was terrible at making conversations with women. On my first call with Carl literally broke down in tears and said he's not going to get results because of his height, his weight, and his terrible social skills. Carl was on a terrible dry spell. He hadn't had sex or gone on a date with a girl in over 2 years. He struggled with approach anxiety, making conversation with women, and getting friend-zoned all the time. He had many obstacles in the way of him getting dating experience, and he didn't know where to start. We first helped Carl destroy his limiting beliefs about his height, his weight, and any other beliefs that held him back. He really internalized this, and this fully changed his mindset. So we put Carl on the habituation plan where he got better at holding eye contact with women. He escalated his way into complimenting women, and with enough time, he was able to hold lengthy conversations with women. He did this by using our conversation retention exercises and following our verbal structure, so he knew what to say to any girl at any point of the interaction. Carl was then able to directly and confidently approach any woman in any setting. He worked his way up to going on 3 dates a week consistently and was even able to get laid twice in 27 days, breaking his 2-year dry spell instantly. Now, Eric was one of those guys who had done the work, or so he thought. He had already hired multiple dating coaches, watched all the videos online, read all the books, but nothing seemed to click. When he came to us, he hadn't been on a single date in over 6 months. He was frustrated, he was burnt out, and he started to believe that he was just too awkward for women. He told me that he was genuinely close to just giving up on dating entirely. Eric struggled with approaching women confidently, holding conversations without overthinking every word, and he constantly felt like he just wasn't good enough no matter how hard he tried. He was socially awkward, he avoided eye contact, and often froze up in conversation, especially with women that he found super attractive. So we completely rewired his approach to dating. We started with our internal reframe system and destroyed his limiting beliefs, especially the ones that are built from years of failed attempts. Then we got him on the habituation plan so he could be desensitized from the fear of speaking to women. We gave him a structured roadmap to focus on every day, focused on action and not theory. Once he locked into our conversation retention exercises and our screening strategies, everything changed for him. Now Eric is going on 4 dates a week consistently. He's seeing multiple women, feeling more confident than ever, and is finally in control of his dating life. He even told me that this is the first time that he feels like he knows what he's doing. Not guessing, not hoping, just doing what works. That is the power of this process. Now I'm going to give you our 4-step process that changed everything for my students and for myself. Number 1 is mindset reconstruction. This is a complete rewiring of how you think of yourself, how you think of women, and how you think of dating. It matters because your current beliefs are like prison walls that are keeping you trapped. You likely believe that you're not good enough, or that women only like rich guys, or that you need to be perfect before you get a girlfriend. These beliefs feel true because you've repeated them to yourself for years, but they actually hold you back and limit your potential. So we systematically identify and destroy any limiting belief that's currently holding you back. You'll learn the truth about what women actually respond to. You'll develop a bulletproof mindset where rejection is meaningless and your self-worth isn't tied to female validation. When you get this right, you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders. That voice in your head that tells you that she's out of your league is going to completely disappear. You'll approach women without that fear that's been paralyzing you. Step 2 in the process is systematic desensitization, also known as the habituation plan. This is a step-by-step process that gradually builds your social skills and eliminates approach anxiety forever. This is important because you can't just become confident overnight. That's not how the brain works. Most guys try to go from 0 to approaching beautiful women instantly, they fail, and then they give up. You need a methodical approach that builds your social skills incrementally. Our habituation plan starts with ridiculously easy challenges like making eye contact with women, and it builds day by day until you're comfortably approaching stunning women. Each step is carefully calibrated to push you just beyond your comfort zone without overwhelming you. When you're done with this plan, approach anxiety turns into approach excitement. Leo, who couldn't even look a woman in her eyes, was approaching 10 women a day by week 2. By week 4, he had 3 dates lined up with women that he previously thought were out of his league. The 3rd step of our process is conversation mastery. This is learning exactly what to say and how to say it to create instant attraction. This is important because a lot of guys build up the courage to approach, but then they crash and burn because they don't know what to say to create engaging conversation. They run out of things to say, they come across as boring, or they miss obvious signals. With conversation mastery, you'll learn specific conversational frameworks that create chemistry naturally. From the exact words to use when approaching, to never running out of things to say, to when and how to escalate in the conversation. It is all mapped out for you. You'll master the subtle art of flirting and teasing through practice exercises that you can do daily. When you get this right, your conversations with women become effortless and fun instead of something that stresses you out. You know exactly how to read her interest, how to create sexual tension, and how to leave her always wanting more. Eric told me that women actually started chasing him when he started implementing these techniques. The 4th step of our process is authentic escalation. This is the ability to move to conversation, to connection, to intimacy in a way that feels natural for you and her. And this is where most guys mess up. They either never escalate with the girl and just end up as friends, or they escalate awkwardly and just ruin everything. Both of these stem from not understanding the subtle art of verbal and physical escalation. With authentic escalation, you will learn and implement the physical escalation ladder. This is a step-by-step framework for naturally increasing intimacy. From initial touch to flirting to creating moments where she's practically asking you to make a move. All done in a way that respects respects both her boundaries and your authentic self. When you get this right, you stop getting friend-zoned forever. The women you meet will see you as a romantic partner from the start. You'll know exactly when and how to take things to the next level without it feeling forced or rushed. Leo, who had been friend-zoned his entire life by every girl he talked to, got his girlfriend in 6 weeks of implementing this step. Another highly important component is your daily action plan. This is a specific set of activities you need to complete each day to build your skills consistently. Let's be honest, motivation is bullshit. It comes and it goes. What you need is a system that keeps you progressing even when you don't feel like it. Most guys fail because they take random, inconsistent action based on how they feel that day. With the daily action plan, you'll get daily warm-up routines, specific social exercises, and personalized challenges that are calibrated to your skill level. Every day when you wake up, you'll know exactly what you need to do to improve. No guessing and no excuses. When you get this right, your progress becomes inevitable rather than optional. Even on your worst days, you'll complete the minimum tasks that will keep you moving forward. Another student that had been stuck for years made more progress in 2 weeks of this structured approach than he did in 2 years of trying to do this on his own. Another crucial component is the accountability system. This is a framework that ensures that you actually do what you commit to doing, even when it's uncomfortable. Let's be honest, approaching women and putting yourself out there is hard. Without strong accountability, it's too easy to make excuses and avoid discomfort, which impedes your own growth. This is why most guys never improve despite wanting to. To deal with this, we have regular check-ins, we have progress tracking, and we have consequences for inaction. And this creates a structure that makes following through and taking action actually easier than just quitting. Knowing that you need to report your actions or your lack thereof creates this external pressure that many men need to feel in order to push out of their comfort zone. When you get this right, you stop being your own worst enemy. The part of you that wants to avoid discomfort no longer controls your actions. As Eric put it, for the first time, he consistently did what he said he was going to do, even when it was scary. Another vital aspect is the personalized roadmap. This is a customized plan that addresses your specific sticking points and leverages your current strengths. Generic advice always fails because everyone's challenges are different. Maybe you can approach, but you struggle with escalation. Or perhaps you're naturally funny, but you struggle with reading signals. One-size-fits-all systems don't work for something as personal as dating. Through detailed assessment and ongoing feedback, your path through the process is tailored to your unique situation. Your specific insecurities, your past experience, and your natural personality are all factored into creating your personalized roadmap. This makes progress so much faster because you're focusing on exactly what you need, not wasting time on aspects that aren't even holding you back. As Carl put it, for the first time he felt like the advice was specific to him and his specific situation, not just the generic be confident bullshit. If you're still watching this video, I know you're serious about improving your dating life. So you have 2 choices right now. Option 1, you can continue doing what you've been doing. Keep hoping that somehow, someday, things will just magically improve. Keep watching the women you want date other guys while you stand alone on the sidelines. Or you can take option 2 and follow the exact step-by-step process that has helped hundreds of normal guys just like you completely transform their dating lives. The same process that took me from being a shy, skinny kid who couldn't even look a girl in the eye to having more dating options than I can even handle. Here's the truth. Nothing changes until you do. All those fears and doubts in your head right now, I had them too. All my successful students had them. They're normal, but they don't have to control your life anymore. The process I've outlined works because it tackles the real issues that are holding you back, not just surface level symptoms. It provides the structure, the accountability, and the step-by-step guidance that you need to finally break through. The path forward is clear. The only question is, are you ready to take that first step? If you want to learn more on how this process can specifically work for your situation, click the link below to book in a strategy call with me personally. We'll break down exactly what's been holding you back and map out a clear plan to take you to where you want to be. But I have to be honest with you, this isn't for everyone. I only work with guys who are serious about putting in the work. This isn't some magic pill. It's a proven process that works, but only if you follow it. The choice is yours. Continue watching life from the sidelines or step up and become the confident man that you're meant to be. Click the link below now.